Hiya Squishers! And welcome back to another Chat Under the Stairs, where today we are talking about making best friends with your knitting. Yeah, because sometimes things can be so nice you might want to knit them twice. Or in my case, 3, 4, 5 or 6, which is why I brought some examples with me today to show you how actually the joy of multiples really should not be underestimated. Now, depending on where in your knitting journey you are, or your crafting journey, you'll have a point where you might feel like you want to extend, elevate, do more with your skills. And there's also a bit in the beginning where you're not really sure what learning looks like and how long it's supposed to take you, how long you're supposed to stay at the learning bit, and when it looks like you stop learning. I have not distinguished that point. What I've noticed is that the more confident you get at knitting, it's just a finished thing. And that finished thing doesn't have to be super complicated, which is kind of what. Hang on, let me get a coffee. It's kind of what I kind of thought learning knitting was about. I kind of thought there'd be like a progression level. I'd hit a level where I'd be like, yes, I've achieved this level, I'm done, next level. But I've kind of like bopped around the bottom, which I'm finding strange. Strange because I'm not bored. I'm not. Strangely, I'm not bored at learning. And I think I've stopped learning about some things and I'm really excited about others. And that's what I wanted to chat to you about today, is what is the benefit of making something more than once. Well, example number 1. This catelet, this is a Swip Swap catelet. This is one of my favorite knits. Like, this is possibly, now, little secret, if you haven't been here long, you might not know my unwoven ways. Yeah, I don't see that. See all the yarn bath, which I will cleverly conceal inside. This is what the inside of my projects usually looks like, just a yarn bath mess, right? But these, I finished them all off. I wove the ends in and I love wearing them. And this is a pattern. This is called the catelet. This is a free pattern, not the Swip Swap bit, but you could probably work that out. And I'll do an amendment at some point. But the Swibbly Swip Swap pattern, even though it's still the same pattern, I did it twice, because the first one I made was in this color, which oh my word, I just couldn't believe I like this color so much. I was in an orange phase, like, do I like it? Turns out I really do. I really, really do. And this one, because I was like, but I do lots of like nightscape drawings, and I was into like the galaxies, which is why it matches this, because there's like, oh, this color in here is one of the colors in here is the glittering lights. See, it matches. So yes, but this pattern was taken off the back of the catelet. This is also not an original catelet. This is an adaptation where I've just literally stopped and added 10 rows of rib to give me arms and a waist. So those of you who enjoy adapting my patterns, you go wild. And I've got loads of those adapted patterns to share with you. Like, I'm so impressed, like seriously impressed at how everyone is able to take the same thing and go whoosh and make it their own. So making it more than once, not only it's a bit like driving a car in a way, I think. Do you remember in the beginning, if you've learned how to drive a car, like I'm in the UK, we drive cars with like, I think you call them stick shifts. We just call them normal cars. I know. We just like with the gears and stuff. When you start learning how to drive, it's like this, windows and mirrors and stuff. But after a while, you just don't even notice. And then you're just thinking of stuff. That's what happens when you repeat. You can just think about other stuff, which is why, I've cast on another version of the cowl, the My Little Pony one, which is this one. Totally different outlook. And these two patterns are the same, but I've just chosen different colors to go with. And look, it's totally different. This is a Swip Swap Scrappy Swip Swap scarf on the free pattern section. Go and grab it. It's a lot of fun. It'll keep you very busy and gobble up all those little scraps. So much so that this one I've turned into a cowl, which I just love. You can wear it like this, or you double it up and like, whoosh, so snug. But I decided this one is going to be the super long tube scarf one, where it's just going to go on and on and on. So there you go. There's my word of the day. Multiples. Don't be afraid to stay where you are. That's it, isn't it? It's just, you always feel, especially if you've been in any kind of education, you know, there's like tick boxes and marks and you're great. It's not like that in real life when you leave school. Like, nobody's sitting over your shoulder grading you. Nobody wants to do that for you either. They want you to work it out for yourself. And I kind of worked out that I'm okay with super simple multiples. Tubes. It is extraordinary what you can do with tubes. I turned tubes into wearable things. And I went from someone who didn't knit anything to total phobia of patterns. So even though I went the long way around, I had a really, really good fun time. So that's to be said about taking the long journey. I had a really good fun time, which I would encourage you to do too. Like, don't be in a rush. There you go. As I drink a coffee on the way out to do something else. But seriously, don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. Go and grab some patterns. Get scrappy-tastic. And just, if you have got a pattern you've already made and you're looking at it thinking, do I need two? Who cares if you need two? Do you want two? Do you want two of them? Yes, you do. Right, go on. Pick up your needles or your crochet hooks or anything. Go do it. See you soon. Bye.